Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 4. We continue right where we last left off, which is, right after having quote-unquote defeated Doricus. I guess we didn't kill him, but we did force him to retreat, which, obviously is far less satisfying, but it seems like it's the best we'll get. Now, speaking of things we got this Radiant Soul Blade, which sounds amazing. And I guess it would be pretty good as a weapon for an actual sword user, both defensive and offensive. Yeah, I can only assume that the damage is actually quite good as well. But well, for us, the only thing that's potentially interesting is the extra effects, of course. So quick action is of course the one that gives extra attacks, not extra actions, as the name would imply. So this is mostly a defensive upgrade. Extra armor is always nice. Extra parry, I guess, is also nice. The lethal blow, I still fail to see how that is any useful, if it actually works according to its description, which mentions only low-level enemies. And, again, fighting low-level enemies, you don't need any special bonuses to deal with those. So yeah, I guess ultimately it gives mostly extra armor and parry. So let's see. That being said, Blade Master doesn't do anything for him. 3 Anatomy. I have read while researching skills very briefly, one of those last episodes. I have heard people mention that Anatomy is actually quite powerful in increasing the damage done to humanoid enemies. So I'm inclined to keep this on him because obviously he's going to be the only one who benefits from that. If Anatomy doesn't also affect damage, spell damage to humanoids, which is certainly a thing I don't know. In fact, I don't even know if it affects ranged attacks or if it's strictly, attacks done with the weapon that has the bonus, or only with melee. It doesn't say that, but the game is so vague and so, I don't know, sometimes inaccurate with its what few descriptions of its game mechanics there are in the first place, that I really can't take anything for granted. Well, that being said, his blade is pretty decent, I guess. The protection from weapons and hostile effect resistance is nice to have for sure. Hers seems to be the weakest of the bunch. 2 to defense, I don't know how much that really helps, and only 4% to hostile effect resistance. So I don't know. I want to use this weapon because it's obviously, again, an endgame reward, and it would feel silly not to use it at all. So yeah, I don't know. I could give the Anatomy weapon to the healer so that her first aid is boosted even more. Or I could give it to the mage, hoping that Anatomy affects magical attacks. I don't know that though. I really just don't want to waste as much time as I am wasting trying to make up my mind about this. I think I'm just going to give this to him because he's getting attacked more than the other party members, ideally at least. So this might make him a little bit more survivable. We saw how squishy he was when he was actually attacked by the boss, which, arguably shouldn't have happened in the first place, but you can't really control that at all times. And we give the Anatomy thing to her. Maybe he loses out on some damage to humanoids, but that's okay. Alright, now that that's finally settled, save the game and get out of here and report our partial success to Levitt. See what he has to say and what final reward we get from him. It's been a while since we completed any quest, let alone a major one like this, so yeah, and obviously this was one of the 2 main final quests of the game. Let's see. I'm expecting something good, although I'm also still expecting to get scolded, as I said. But we'll see. Maybe he's just gonna be glad that the immediate threat is over. It really could go either way. Hello, Levitt. I found Doricus and fought him, but he escaped. And I doubt there was any other outcome. Again, Levitt shakes his head. He doesn't look surprised. Of course, an agent like that, he is not going to be caught so easily. And without a clue left behind, I imagine. I feel like I was right all along. The Darkside Loyalists were not just a motley assortment of thugs. They have a purpose, and I do not think for a moment that they have been defeated. They will be back. I mean, arguably Doricus did give us a lot of information about there being multiple cells. Of course, that could have just have been bragging, and, he might just have been a little bit desperate after being cornered by us. But if we assume that what info he did give us was accurate, then we certainly did learn a few things. I mean, we know what they want. We don't know their exact, plans for specific actions that they're already planning. But it's definitely not fair to say that we didn't learn anything about their motives or about their organization at all. But no matter. For this game, at least, it's over. They have a purpose, yes. They will be back. Still, I'm sure that your disruption of their efforts is of great value to Avernum. I will unlock the final locker of supplies in the barracks storeroom for you. And if I were you, I would be careful. I'm quite confident in one thing. Doricus will be vengeful. Yeah, I mean, that's ultimately going to be for the next party of heroes to worry about, though, right? What are you doing about the Darkside Loyalists now? Is that new? Watching for signs and waiting. They're fanatics with a purpose, whatever it is. And their leader lives. They will be back. They'll be back. Alright, fair enough. Dirk leveled up. Hey. Congratulations. And that is indeed enough to improve either skill. I mean, again, it hardly matters, but there, sharpshooter. And this is not unlocked. What? He did say that he was gonna unlock the final storeroom in the barracks, and these are the barracks, aren't they? There's also still the Royal Armory or whatever this is. Not sure if we do know what this is. There isn't another locked room as far as I can tell. So I'm pretty sure this is actually supposed to be unlocked. Game? Are you actually denying me my final well-earned reward? I mean, clearly he must have been talking about this, right? These are the barracks? Hello, Blade Master. Okay, that's just a Blade Master. Maybe if I leave and return, although that's never been the case so far. Nope, that is still locked. And of course, since it is too complicated to be picked, we also cannot unlock it that way. That is very strange. Unless he was talking about this? I mean, we are free to take it, so I guess I might as well. Stability boost. Maybe he did unlock this this locker. Did he say locker? No, I'm pretty sure he said storeroom, but well, whatever. Dexterity and stun resistance. Wait. Oh. I mean, extra dexterity sounds nice. I don't know if that's better than luck, but I guess I'll take it. Poison resistance, acid resistance, priest spells. Right, so she kind of depends on this to boost her all the way up to level 17 in priest spells. Although again, as with his mage spells, we really never want to use that final spell, basically, so it wouldn't matter that much. I mean, the armor is very basic. It's still better than the Samaritan sandals in that regard. And the luck might help with some things. I obviously still don't know what exactly that factors into. But I feel like some actual resistances might be more valuable. You know what? Sure. I'll take that. The game seems to disagree about what's more valuable, but yeah, I think I might have summoned the Divine Host at some point, but I never needed to. And who knows, maybe before the end of the game we're gonna level up one more time. I doubt it, but you know. Oh, and we also never took these, I guess? Why would we not take these? Huh. Hold on a second. He recently got this Robe of the Magi. Wow, this has a lot of armor. Mage spells and priest spells, and arcane lore and spellcraft. Only 1 point. So technically it's a downgrade, but again, I guess I want to use that over the robe. just because it seems like a more valuable artifact. I really don't know why I never opened these or took these, at least for selling. I mean that's a defensive item, so obviously I'm not going to use it, but still seems unlike me to not even take it with me. Maybe I completely forgot to check those containers, although I seem to distinctly remember opening at least one of them. Very strange. I guess my memory just cannot be trusted. I am going to briefly visit the king. Wait, staircases are here? Is that right? No. Hold on a second. Oh, it's here. Every single time I forget. There we go. Just want to talk to the king real quick, just to see... Yeah. Didn't expect anything new from him here. Royal Treasury, keep out. I mean... I guess we might be allowed official access to this place after we deal with Rentar, but... Then again, at that point, we don't need anything anymore. I don't know if I tried this, if I entered here before. I don't remember doing it, but again, I mean, as I just said earlier, ouch. My memory is not to be trusted. I really would like you to stand in the doorframe, but I guess it's not happening. So that'll have to do. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that worked out. Ah, so close. Thankfully he deals only a fraction of the damage to him that it dealt to our poor archer. And those 2 damage were actually enough to kill it. Wow. Okay, the thing itself didn't drop anything. We're gonna return life. We also are not buffed at all. Probably not a good thing. I'm totally planning to... What am I... Oh, that is the right spot. Never mind. We also... Oh, we did not rest at all. Well, never mind. I guess this will have to do then. Can I even still cast this? Yes. Oh. And here we are. You're able to tell that it has a trap, but your tool use isn't high enough. Okay. No, this one is not trapped. This has just money. I wonder if I actually have been in here and found that, but I certainly don't remember seeing any trap chests before that one that we found recently. So, who knows? Unfortunately, you have drawn the wrath of the soldiers of the castle. Unlike the small, chaos-stricken cities of the rest of Avernum, the guards here are very proficient at dealing with criminals. You are hunted down and subdued by a large and relentless force. You then occupy one of Avernum's more secure and better hidden cells, where Levitt, the Minister of Intelligence, interrogates you enthusiastically. I'm sure he has many questions about why we suddenly turned stupid after, you know, faithfully serving Avernum for such a long time. Then, when it looks like they are about to release what is left of you, the crisis in Avernum becomes overwhelming, and it is too late for your help. And that's... What? Oh, okay, that... I don't know how that went across in recording, but there was a significant delay, and it seemed like the game was frozen for a moment. Avernum is a harsh place. Countless adventures have found... Okay, this is just the normal game over screen, I guess. Fair enough. So yeah, as I was going to say, I was, you know, only curious, obviously. I was not going to roll with that, even if I had not just outright died, for all intents and purposes. Welp. I guess with that, well, we're gonna quickly heal by going through the door. Thank you. And I'm just gonna be back in action in just a moment, heading toward the final confrontation. So back to remote lands it is. Back on the path toward Rentar's fortress, and we buff one more time. Definitely not for the final time. There we go. Save and continue onward and northward this time. And we got Avernites Necrota. Is Necrota your name, or is that something like a Avernites zombie? Obviously Necro, death. Oh, you know what? I forgot that we were supposed to talk to our friend here and have him guide us safely through this place. But then again, as I said, I always feel bad about not checking out every corner of every map. And even my less than pleasant experience with these things here. What were they? Lizards? I forget exactly what it was, but it wasn't pleasant. Even that has not changed my stance on that. I mean, how tough are these? Kinda tough. That's a freaking zombie. What the hell are you doing? Okay, that guy summons things. Oh, and we got more of these. Well, if you could not get parried on literally every single attack, that would be really nice. But I guess it's just not an option. Okay. I guess one way to figure out if he's considered an undead is doing this. Okay, he's not. I guess he's actually more like a Avernites version of a necromancer. Just with its own fancy special name. Alright, now we finally have everyone hasted. Arguably a thing I should have done at the first sight of an enemy. Okay, thank you. Nope. It's just not our day. He should die from some sort of AoE spell that I'm planning to use, so... Okay, we take a lot of damage here, so we heal up. Actually, we also cure. Alright. Well, if I attack this one, that should ensure that he gets hit. I mean, pretty much, yeah. Now we start focusing on the big guy here, although, that being said, I don't know, we can safely take one step. But, unfortunately, I didn't pay attention and he was... he must have been at exactly 10 action points there. Oh well. Okay. Do we need healing? Absolutely. Not absolutely. So I guess we can do that. And maybe... Oh, this has been so underwhelming. It also costs 25 versus 15 for this one. So there we go. Killing off 2 more enemies. And this should hopefully... Yeah, actually get rid of that guy. Okay, well, this was certainly not as bad as these lizards, but we're not quite done with the undead. So let's see. We'll see how unpleasant this is going to be. But thankfully, at least now we're fully buffed. I'm actually going to wait here for those guys to approach us. You can cure him, and also use a minor heal. It should be more than enough. Well, it definitely was enough. Oh, okay. This is so nice. Yeah, you parried that attack. Good job, man. Good job. However... Oh no, it's an undead. Wait. Are undead generally immune to that? Maybe. Very possible. But the fireball should do the trick. There we go. Who leveled up, actually? Mike did. Oh. Okay. Getting close to... Oh, never mind. Obviously I want to keep increasing Blade Master, that I've spent so much effort into being able to level up. Obviously I'm going to keep increasing that now, for what it's worth. Okay. Nope. but this might do the trick. Nice. Oh. Stability boots. I completely forgot to sell all this junk I have. And he's actually encumbered. Oh, that's why he had reduced. Huh, that's funny how we find those exact boots here randomly. I guess the Necro dude must have dropped that. You know what? I'm gonna make a cut and go sell stuff because that's just a silly mistake to make. And we're super close to civilization still, so I definitely want to empty my pockets. If he had not been encumbered, which I wasn't even paying attention to before, I would have just rolled with it because I'm obviously going to return to back to Avernum at least one more time before the end, or maybe we'll even come across another teleporter. That would be nice, but I'm not necessarily relying on that. But either way, yeah, I guess I might as well just do it now. By the time I talked about it in my lengthy, long-winded way, I'm gonna be done doing it anyway. And I don't need to return to silver, but I guess I just know exactly where to go here. So, and also the shop is right there. Yeah, we basically sell everything except maybe the herbs. I mean, I'm kind of doubt that I'm gonna use, well, basically use them for anything. Same with the materials. But you never know. I sell those extra boots and the ring and the robe and those sandals. Maybe a bad decision, but pretty sure it's one that's not gonna have any kind of major effect on anything. I'm gonna store these away, and well, I suppose she can take the herbs because we're gonna find more of those anyway. I mean, that being said, she's getting a little bit encumbered, but not there yet, so once again, gonna worry about that when it actually starts to be a problem, and we're gonna quickly head out of town and back in to heal. And we're already done. Once again, ready to resume our explorations. Remote lands. That was silly. I don't know why I forgot to do one of the most essential things that you do when you're, you know, when you're not on the road. Take a break from adventuring. Okay, now, finally, for real this time, we can actually resume our explorations. Have we not been to this clearing here? Maybe not. Do I need to pick up all these items for extra money? Definitely not. There are more Sentinel Pyro Worms, which I think is exactly what we fought in this unpleasant corridor. Could they possibly be guarding anything worth my time and nerves? Unlikely. However, oh god, there are so many of them. Well, here goes nothing, I guess. I forget what exactly was the most... oh boy. Oh god. Well, I suppose I got lucky they didn't just outright kill us. Above attack power and heal everyone to full, costly as it may be. I think, well... They have too many hit points to kill outright, so I think my best bet is to actually try and stun as many of them as possible. In this case, that affected... Oh, actually it affected all three of these, didn't it? Well, those are unaffected. Well, in that case, I guess I can do that. Yeah, that really does not deal enough damage. That being said, as soon as I step away from this guy, he's gonna stop me. Yep, sure enough. But I can carefully, not carefully enough, navigate my way around. I should have made absolutely sure that I did not touch that guy. Oh well. Oh, he did not actually get his turn. Okay, I can use a smaller healing. Unfortunately, he was completely stunned. Alright. Doing fine so far. I guess we can use some protection buff, just in case. Actually, we can probably use... He's only gonna get one action here, but still probably worth doing. The Arcane Shield, that did not affect Mike. I mean, he's the least endangered right now. Let me kill this thing. These must be waking up any moment now. Well, not yet. Okay, that actually deals pretty decent damage. I guess, as is so often the case, magic is the way to go. Oh, except fire does not work at that. Okay. And these things did wake up. I think we're best off just starting to kill them now. I guess I can try stunning them once, dazing them once, if I get a chance. Also gonna play it super safe and heal. Check this one, that's already damaged. I'm gonna try and daze once. Okay, it did daze this one. That's good. And it's far enough away to not get hit by this. It's actually almost ideal. Okay, finish it off. I shouldn't be saying this, but this seems to be going alright, all things considered. Okay, that should be the kill. There we go. Alright. Oh, he got 3 attacks? I'll take it. I'm gonna risk not healing. And unfortunately this is not gonna kill it. Oh, except... oh, sure. One more attack. Alright, and we all regain a decent amount of hit points and mana. And we get some mildly useful stuff, I guess. I mean, the money doesn't matter, but... submission fungi. Annoying. Hold on just a second. Let me just get away from those things far enough so we can safely save the game. Well, I mean, that being said, while we're... Hi? Where? What? Why are we in combat? With what, exactly? I was gonna say, while we're still buffed, I wanna deal with those things, but... I guess it must have been with those. It's strange to get, you know, forced into combat with no enemy actually visible. That doesn't usually happen, but... oh well. Okay, move a bit closer. Should be close enough. Might have been able to attack twice if I hadn't moved one extra square. Oh, what? That was 3 steps? Huh. Didn't think it was, but okay. Oh, and they are resistant to lightning. That's a bummer. You get 3 attacks again? Okay, good. That allows us to kill the first of them. 2 steps. Frost works very well. Assuming that fire is going to work well as well. Of course, it's unfortunate that lightning does not, but it's what it is. Cannot reach that one, but thankfully that one is in line of sight. Oh, he was completely stunned by their attacks, I guess. But yeah, overall these are an annoyance, but not an actual danger, thankfully. There. Have a cheap fireball. Yeah, he's just completely stunned. Well, I mean, he does have 5 action points. Did have 5 action points that time, but obviously that didn't help much. 1 and 2. And 1 fireball. Fireball should do the trick. Okay, slowly but surely we're cleaning this place up. In fact, we're most of the way done doing so. Okay, interesting. So, I wonder if our path would have... Actually, there's no real... No completely safe path. I wonder where our friend would have led us. Maybe all the way down? I think this was pretty empty. Down up here? Nah, that would have been too close to those things. This is where the zombies were, the necromancer. Straight through is where we first ran into those worms. Maybe up and above? We could have bypassed this nest of worms, but we would have had to deal with the submission fungi either way. Huh. I wonder. I mean, I suppose I'm still gonna talk to the guy after clearing everything. So we're still gonna find out. Hi. Oh, yeah, and we definitely would have had to go through these demons here. Okay, unfortunately, they don't seem to want to move. He's gonna run, that's most unfortunate, so you... Wait. Oh, he's paralyzed with fear. Oh, okay. That's much better than running, you know, like a headless chicken. I definitely should have healed him. Not sure what I was thinking. I wonder if it's still possible for us to get out of combat. Oh man, this is annoying. Don't know where I healed either. Where I, you know, what's the word? Where I saved the game either. Yeah, he's just gonna die though. He's gonna stay terrified this whole time. Okay. Hey, we're out of combat. Wonderful. Well, that's once again entirely on me. Thankfully, we only have to resurrect once. That's definitely a nice touch. There. Cure them. Right. First aid doesn't kick in because they... Yeah, obviously they weren't present when the combat ended. That makes perfect sense. Let's just heal, heal them both. And maybe this time approach this fight knowing that there's a fight coming. I was just... Yeah, right, I was kind of caught off guard because I was still in the middle of another train of thought. So yeah, I'm still gonna talk to this guy and see which path he takes us on. But it certainly doesn't seem like there is one completely safe path. We would have had to fight and deal with some kind of creature no matter what. Yeah, I mean, there's enemies almost everywhere. I guess some are worse than others. But we definitely would have had to deal with these demons, it looks like. Unless there is actually some kind of concealed passage that he's going to open for us. Well, either way, we know that something bad is coming. I wasted a lot of mana, but that's okay. I'm gonna have you haste everybody. And also, maybe more importantly, or at least as importantly, Arcane Shield, which might help. Actually, this does not protect from, or it doesn't mention that it protects from mental attacks, as I thought it did. Maybe it does, though. It looks like a mental protection spell, but, you know, it might not be the case. Oh, well, thankfully this guy's still damaged. One, two. I mean, you should probably be able to finish up this guy, Soul Seer Demon. Gonna risk doing this. Okay, that dealt damage. This is gonna be too far, I think. Yep. Which means that she's not gonna be able to reach anybody with her spells. Well, we can move her closer while staying relatively safe. It seems like all of their attacks, all of these demons' attacks, actually cause fear, which is, well, extremely annoying, to say the least. Yeah. Maybe. No, wow, that deals a lot less damage than I would expect. That usually tends to... Well, I mean, I guess it normally works much better against undead than it does against demons. But yeah, that's just more damage from the smite. Okay, she resisted the fear, I guess. Also, I probably should have removed his fear, huh? Speaking of which. That guy is dead. And those guys take a lot of damage too. So, I mean, we should be fine. We should be able to beat them. But it's really unfortunate that Mike is now running away. I'm gonna try this again, just to see if there's a difference between different demons. Well, I guess not between these anyway. We'll see if fire works, just, you know. Wasn't expecting it to, but we should be able to deal with them like this just fine. Once again, smite works very well. Oh, he's no longer afraid. Okay, that was somewhat unpleasant, but again, not all that dangerous. Not as dangerous as it maybe seemed at first. Use a minor heal on yourself, and we're pretty much good to go. I've checked all of this map. Save the game in case I hadn't done so. Okay, this looks intriguing. You start to feel strange, like so many times before. Your skin becomes numb, you hear whispers. One of your pouches starts to feel extremely heavy. You look inside, and you see the crystal shard you found when you slew a black shade. Okay. It still looks like it did before, but you sense that something has changed. It is sending off waves of energy, as if calling for something. You continue as you did before, but it takes concentration. The power of the shard is making it harder to move and think. Well, that doesn't sound particularly encouraging. Do we actually still have one of those special items? Well, we do have a bunch of different shade crystals. Green crystal, blue crystal. Didn't it say like black crystal? Or dark crystal? I don't know. Why do we even still have these with us? Didn't we turn them into to Roan's assistant for research? Well, it certainly seems like whatever is going to happen is pretty much inevitable. So are we going to have a refight with all the shades, basically? That's kind of what the vibe that I'm getting here. The corridor to the north has been blocked by 2 rows of large, powerful magical barriers. Rentar must have erected some defenses to slow down attackers. Can't blame her, but unless these are fundamentally different, and they are. Well, never mind. I guess they do stop us. Ahead you can see 2 armed camps facing each other. To the north you can see a horde of giants. Some of them are smaller and carry bags of boulders, ready for flinging. Others are enormous and hideously twisted. They are all eager for battle. To the south you can see a camp of Avernites, a small camp. They have put up some magical barriers to help defend their base, but they are clearly outclassed by the force facing them. Ironically, I can actually see neither of those camps, but I think that might be where our friend was planning to take us, so why don't we do that now, even though obviously at this point it's completely pointless. You're gonna guide me? Alright, let's go. Yes, good. I lead last. Follow. I lead fast. I lead from behind. You go ahead. No, I lead fast. Follow. Maybe we find allies, and if we find things to fight, we fight. Right. Okay, well then. Down this way. I guess that makes sense. 2 Avernites step out of the shadows. Okay, I was wondering if we'd have special encounters along the way, and I'm kind of glad that we seem to. They were doing a remarkable job of hiding. You completely failed to see them, especially since we already cleared this area once before. Okay, they raise their blades and salute Prahato. He nods and speaks to them in their language. Yes, these Blade Masters will aid us in our travels, before they then resume their own hunt. Okay, not enemies then. Yeah, I mean, it would have been, you know, arguably, I should have just done this the way the game intended to, instead of stubbornly fighting my way through the enemies just by myself, but then again. I wonder how much they would have actually helped in defeating the enemies, because obviously, yeah, okay, so that's where they leave us. Obviously, we were fine by ourselves. And I wonder how much they would have actually helped. In fact, I'm inclined to believe that they would have slowed the fights down just by adding more combatants, more than they would have helped defeating enemies more quickly. Anyway, we don't know that for sure, but yeah, either way, we're fine. Prahato stops. Here is as far as I go. Must go back. Must guide others. I hope there are others. Maybe your people sent more. Or maybe some of ours are lost. Go north over Crumbly Bridge and then east. Maybe you'll find our camp. Maybe some of them are still alive. I wish you fortune. Prahato runs off to the south. Well, okay, that's... yeah, I suppose he would have helped us avoid the nastiest things, namely these worms. But, yeah, we would have... And the fungi as well. I guess we would have had to fight the undead and the demons. Arguably the two least dangerous encounters here. Well, I suppose the fungi weren't dangerous, just annoying. Okay, well, either way, that is that. I only missed out on a minor episode here. And by the time we were affected by this weird crystal that we really should have dropped the moment this happened, now that we realized that the crystal shards, or the crystal shard, is actually somehow negatively affecting us. But yeah, stupidly we're still carrying it with us. Yeah, by the time this happened, he was no longer with us to add any kind of commentary. So yeah, ultimately nothing changed. So to the south is the Avernites camp, huh? Yep, sure enough. Golem Sentry, and the giants are... How close? Not that close. You know what, though? I am going to talk to these guys and see if they have anything interesting or helpful for us next time. Because we're already past the 40-minute mark, and since last episode was just very, very long, I'm gonna make up for that by making this a little bit on the shorter side. So next time, also this is a very decent stopping point actually, story-wise, so that seems very, very appropriate. So next time we're gonna, yeah, talk to our friends here, see what they have to say, and we're probably gonna have to deal with this giant camp. I mean, we pretty much have to either way. And we might or might not find out what is going to happen with those crystal shards. Definitely something bad. I mean, that's pretty much guaranteed. But how bad? We're going to see. As always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.